this was a really simple chapter of fairy tale. In the beginning, we get a little information about Rufus. Turns out, besides using his memory mage abilities to copy, or rather memorize, other opponents' magic and then recreate it in his own style, uh, Rufus can also manipulate the memories of his opponents. For some reason, he didn't use this in the Grand Magic Tournament. Will you get to see it? The chances are very high, and I would really like to see it. There is one thing that I found funny. Uh, Rufus said he kind of looks like Fred. For that reason, he's trying to get a makeover. If I remember correctly, a few chapters back, Lezana and Mirajin were giving Luxus a makeover. So Rufus, my man, you know who to contact. The chapter begins with Doriarte and Ray facing off, and Doriarte explains that this magic, law of regression, basically it changes, it lowers all the physical stats of the opponent, like strength, stamina, speed, endurance, etc., etc. But turns out this magic does not does not reduce the imaginative power of the individual. And what does that mean for mage who can molding mage? Is that they pretty much rely on the imaginative power for the magic to work. You can see it like this: they're basically creating physical objects out of nowhere, out of magic. For that, you need imagination. And since this magic does not do anything to the imaginative power, they still can pose a real, well, not that much of a threat, but they can still pose a threat. We got Gray here using moves that I've never seen him use before. He's using invisible artificial floors, making a step for Doriarte to step on. And at one point he tried to make an ice hammer, but because his magical ability, his magical powers were reduced, the hammer was just tiny. So what did he do? He made a snowball attack or something like that, and it's basically dropped it on Doriarte's head, and like a kid. And in that, and because of that, Doriarte was feeling cold. So Gray came to the conclusion that Doriarte could not be the ice mage who froze the entire village, because I guess it's because they don't feel that cold. They're basically using the cold, the ice, and so they're pretty much used to it. Like we got, if you remember back in Ul used to Ul taught Gray in the mountains wearing only her underwear. Hiro Mashima and the fan service. You get here, we get this here as well. Well, they were basically teaching. She was basically teaching them in the snowy mountains, well, only in her underwear, and she did not feel that cold. So I guess they're pretty much used to it. We shift back to Minerva versus Erza. Minerva was about to finish off Erza, but like all villains, she had to just let go of the moment. She wanted Erza to beg for her life, and Erza tried to convince her that it's not too late for you to go back to the right side, the right path. But Minerva, I guess she's lost in the darkness, but don't give up on her now. We have seen Ultir come back, and she was pretty hopeless case. Anything can happen in this manga. So basically, she gets angry and she tries to finish off Minerva. She tries to finish off Erza, but at that moment, the magic that turned Erza and Natsu Gray into kids were being lifted, and we got to see Erza's chest grow back into size, and she pretty much turned back into an adult. Then Minerva thought that Doriarte must have been defeated, but actually it was not the case. But we'll get to that later. Erza kicked Minerva in the chin, and there's the fan service that I was talking about. It looked like Erza was wearing no panties. Well, Hiro Mashima at its best. Fan service, well, still the fan service is pretty small and it does not destroy the meaning of the chapter. I guess it's okay. We get a little fan service. Erza kicking her, wearing only her top, Minerva, and then stealing Minerva's underskirt. But the part that caught my attention was this. Doriath was not actually defeated, he just got angry. And that makes me wonder, does he or can he only use this magic when he is in control? Or if he gets too angry, does he lose control of this magic and that's why they're going back into adults? Or is it because that, well, Doriath basically pulls a Hulk on us? He's basically turning into a Hulk right now. So is that because he is no longer in control of his magic? There, well, Doriath did say in the previous chapter that he was not human, and we'll, we see that he's pretty much becoming a monster here. Graven mentions that he is a monster from the book of Zeref. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I'll give this chapter 3 out of 5. A little slow paced, in my opinion. Fan service, a little bit of action, but it's a good chapter. Not great or anything, but it is a good chapter. This arc is really getting interesting right now. At the start, it was Zeref. Then we got the Gates of Hades. Now we get a monster from the book of Zeref. What's next? We'll all time will only tell. Well, that's all I got for this review. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, if you have anything to say, please leave in the comment section below. Bye.